What's going on, everybody? I hope you guys are having a fantastic evening. I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. I hope everything is going good for you guys. Can you guys hear me okay? Let's see. Hi, just a good one. Hopefully you can learn enough from Adam to not worry about the Monday soon. Straight up. You guys hear me okay? We're good? Good to go? Loud and clear. All right. Let's rock and roll. Sorry for my tardiness. First and foremost, thank you so much, Alan, for becoming a channel member. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. There's going to be a members only live after this at 9 o'clock. Maytag, what's up, my brother? Good to see you, brother. Kareem, how you doing, my friend? James, how you doing? Barry, how you doing? Thank you for being a channel member. Maytag, thank you for being a channel member. DM Collins, thank you so much for being a channel member. Evening to you. Kareem, been waiting for 6 hours. It's 2 a.m. Where's the live? How much I enjoyed watching your videos today. Thank you so much. The live is here. Guys, start asking questions. John, what's going on? Carmen, how you doing? Thank you so much for being a channel member. I appreciate you. Triceptive, thank you so much for being a channel member. What's going on? Found this YouTube channel today by luck. Lucky man. That's cool. Science, what's up, my man? Good to see you. Craig, how are you, my brother? George, how you doing? Let's see. Loud and clear. Everyone's good. Blah, blah, blah. Hello, Phil. How you doing, man? Shalom, Makore. Next week, PayPal and CVS. I should probably start doing some PayPal options. Hey, what do you think about UNH? I like UNH. I own UNH. I sell covered calls against UNH. I'm not against it. I'm not against UNH at all. I bought about $100,000 position. Let me pull up my position on UNH. Let's see. I'll show you my position. Boom. So I have UNH. So this is my UNH position. I have 200 shares. My cost is $300 and I'm pretty much even. And then what I do is I end up selling covered calls on UNH. I have a $360 strike for UNH. It's obviously expiring on August 15th. And I actually had a UNH call for $322. I actually got in trouble. And when UNH was like $322, I ended up rolling it to $360. So I like UNH. I have no issue with that. Thank you for explaining the strangle thank you for explaining the strangle strategy. It's my absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for allowing me to explain it. If my sold out expired, do I have to buy the shares at strike? If my sold cash secured puts, yes. If you're selling a cash secured put, you have to buy the shares at the strike, not at the share price. That's the downside when doing cash secured puts. Aloha, Patrick. Good to see you, my friend. How did you know you were ready to retire? I basically worked backwards. Last year, I mean, I was doing good to begin with, but not like fully retire. And then last year, when I started making a few hits from a bunch of stocks, including MicroStrategy and HIMS and SoFi and Moderna, MicroStrategy, Palantir, stocks like that, I worked backwards. I basically said, hey, how much money do I need to cover all my bills? Like my regular day-to-day bills, utility bills, food bills, car payments, mortgage payments, like life bills, your regular everyday life bills. And can I have enough money to put in? For example, if I put in $1 million and I make 10% dividend, is $100,000 pre-taxes enough to cover my bills? Once the answer was yes, that's when I retired. 10% of my portfolio I use for asset appreciation, so I'll still do like options plays where I'm accumulating net worth. And the rest, I just borrow money against my portfolio and I sell cash secured puts. And that's how I make money every single month. And that's the extra money that I make for buying nice stuff, going to vacations. For example, the video that came out today, I showed that I made $29,000 this last month. And the $29,000 I literally used to go to vacation to Florida. I sold a cash secured put the day before I went to Florida to pay for the Florida trip. And that's it. So dividends I used to pay all my bills. Cash secured puts and covered calls I used to buy extra stuff in life, like vacations, watches, cars, things like that. And I'm about to buy a house in Florida, a very nice house. And I'm using my asset appreciation options to pay for the down payment. And then I'll pay the mortgage straight up out of dividends. Joining your channel right after this live. Thank you so much, John. If anybody wants to join the channel, I'm going to leave a link, one moment, just for you guys to have in case you guys want to join the channel, or maybe you guys want to do a one-on-one booking. By the way, I had 4 or 5 bookings today. It was amazing. We had a really good time. I do one-on-one bookings with everybody. And I'm going to leave the link right now down below. Okay, let me pin this. One moment. Let me just pin this. Pin. All right, pin batches. If anybody wants to book a one-on-one or become a channel member, I have the link down below. It's pinned. Bill, what's up? Akol Beseda, hope you're well. Thank you for the stream. My pleasure. Everything is good. Thank you so much. I hope it's good with you and yours. USAR, thoughts on trading it possibly with your strangle. Let's take a look at it. 1 second. Let's switch this account. USAR. All right. USAR, rare earth. Let's go take a look really fast. This is something new. Let's do a trading view. USAR. So the thing is, when it's a brand new company, you're not going to have a lot of information on it. The market cap is just 1 billion. This is not something that I would personally do because there's not enough information, right? If you're going to go to the technical analysis, there's not really much information. It just started, this stock. So, but if I was to do it, it's literally right in the middle. I would probably end up doing a cash secured put at around $80. And I would probably do a covered call at around $15. And I would buy the stock at the current price if I had to pick. But this is not something that I would personally do. Not that it's a bad move, just not for me. AJ, what's up? I have a meeting with you soon. Excited for you to help me come up with a quality money-making plan. Yes, I am looking forward to financial entertainment, never financial education. I'm looking forward to a one-on-one as well. Guys, why do months of research when you could just do a one-on-one with me, somebody that does this for a living, multimillionaire, and I did it transparently. If you guys know me from my other channel was literally Palantir 3030. I was covering Hood at $8, Hims at $3.50, Palantir all the way down to $6, Moderna when nobody cared about it, MSTR when nobody cared about it. Look me up, Palantir 3030. How about the Snap and Lemonade trades from last week? What about them? Awesome plays. I did a Lemonade $33 strike, cash secured put, and I did a Snap $8 strike, cash secured put, both of them expiring on August 15th. I think they're both amazing plays right now. Somebody that became a channel member. John, thank you so much. God bless you and your family for becoming a channel member. I appreciate you. Please join the live after this for channel members only. Thoughts on Oscar? I have 300 shares, average 1790, sold 3-4 covered calls, made 175 full lower cost basis a bit. Yeah, I like Oscar. I have no issues with it. I would not be selling Oscar right now. I would be adding on the dip. Maybe I'll add another 100 shares, or a few hundred shares actually. I have an Oscar position. I'm selling covered calls on Oscar. I have a really cool Oscar cash secured put, strangle, and covered call. Oscar is great. I have no issues with it. If anybody's unfamiliar with Oscar, Tesla is an AI company that happens to offer cars. Oscar is an AI company offering health insurance. So I like this company. Adam, what are your thoughts on cash secured puts on Rigetti and or BBAI? I don't really have any thoughts on it. It's not something that I do or want to add to my portfolio. So basically, I'm a very, very boring investor. I'm going to invest in the same exact 5 stocks over and over again when it comes to my options. And I basically got rid of SoFi and Hood and crypto plays because those things took off. And I essentially added Lemonade, Snap, Oscar, and Hims to my portfolio. So I'll be making a lot of videos about those stocks. In terms of Big Bear AI and Rigetti, it's not something I will get into because I don't want to look for new ones, because the stocks I have right now, actually, the Lemonade and Oscar and Snap are amazing. They're giving me more than 2-3%. They're doing like 4 or 5%. So I really like them. Adam, which stocks will you be following this coming week? Any ideas of early futures as the market seems oversold? Which stocks will I be following for this week? I don't know. I'm just going to be instead general looking at the market. How's the market doing? I think everything Bitcoin is going to pop tomorrow, hopefully. So which stocks are you following? Nothing specific, man. Just the stocks that I have. I took a large position in HHH, VOYG, LMND, OSCR, HIMS, UNH. Those are the 5 positions. I put in about $500,000 between them. What is your portfolio allocation? Long-term stock, hold dividend stock. So I have several accounts. The account that I show you guys, this main account that I show you, is mostly in dividend stocks. Probably like 70% dividend stocks, 20% long-term stocks like Robinhood and maybe Nvidia. And the rest I have some options. But the account that I show you soon is going to be like 99% dividends, hopefully. And then I have some other stock accounts. So I'm trying to separate them, especially because I want to have a transparent account where I borrow against for when the website is up. So, yeah. Love your transparency, bro. Whoever says you're not is a fool. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I try to be as transparent as possible. Elaine, how you doing, man? Good to see you. How you doing, ma'am? Not man. Good to see you. I hold mostly yield max ETF. Try using these positions to sell calls. They're never picked up. Yeah, so yield max kind of sucks. Not kind of sucks. They really suck for selling covered calls. Although you could do it with Misty. I've done it. I do it with Misty. But you're only going to get 5 or 10 cents for each contract. So it's not really lucrative. However, if you do that 5 or 10 cents, it still adds up to like an extra 7 or 8% for the year. No, you're not an idiot. Just there's no market for them. There's no market. You could make small amounts like 5 cents, 10 cents. I lose money rolling options. What am I doing wrong? I don't know. You tell me. What are you doing wrong? How do I screen stocks with high premiums? I'm going to say this with as much respect as possible. Watch my videos. Everything you possibly know or need to know is on my videos. Look through the videos and get back to me. This is such an open-ended question. I lose money rolling options. What am I doing wrong? I don't know what option you're rolling. I don't know what your dates are. I don't know what your initial entry was. I don't know what delta you're looking for. I don't know the time frame that you're looking for. I don't know what percentage you're trying to pick up. I don't know what the ticker symbol is. I don't know what earnings happened. I don't know how much money you're losing. I don't know any of these things. So how can I possibly answer that? Like, give me questions I can answer. Alice, thank you so much. Thank you very, very, very much. Kendall, what did you do before retirement? Before retirement, I had a business that I opened up when I was 20 years old. It was a successful business. It was a 7-figure business. I was doing well before this. So, yeah, I grew up broke, made something of myself, also got into real estate. So I owned several small multifamily units, like 5 units and less. Section 8, mostly Yonkers, not only Yonkers, but mostly Yonkers, in the hood. Plenty of guns pulled out on me. Decided that I have a family now and I don't like that. So I sold my properties. and I just reinvested everything into stock market. And I prefer investing in the stock market much more. But I had a very successful business, or relatively successful. I started at 20 years old, and yeah. And I basically got out of that business when my kids were born. My son is going to be 4 months old in September. He actually just got a hand, mouth, foot disease, which is like basically a gnarly viral infection. It's not too bad. I feel really bad for him. I keep running up and down to watch after him. But yeah, that's what I used to do. And guys, please hit the like. I really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Phil, thank you for the reminder. Hi, Adam. Yo, Anthony, what's up, my man? Hey, Adam, I have 5. There you go. That's a question. Let's go look at them. So first thing I'm going to do is pull up. Let's pull up hymns, first of all, and then we can keep reading this thing. Adam, I have 5 cash secured puts for hymns at $50 strike. Okay. Expiring this Friday. Okay. Contracts currently worth $230. Can you give me your advice on rolling this? Sure, not a problem. So the first thing that we're going to do is let's go to trade hymns, sell, put. Let's go first of all to this Friday, and let's go to the $50 strike. So the very first, he has, as he said, 237. I think he meant to say 287. This is his play right here. So this contract right now is worth $287, 2.87. So if you're going to roll this, let's also pull up some technicals. So if you're going to roll this, if possible, I want to roll somewhere here, obviously on top of the Bollinger Bands, right? Somewhere right here, 63, 65. I'm sorry, cash secured put. Cash secured put, I want to try to get somewhere between 35 and 40. So this is where I want to be. I'm sorry. Let me take off your screen. So I want to be right here. I want to be somewhere right here if I can find a play. So now let's see what we could do. Sell a put. Let's go 4 weeks. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, August 15th. Consequently, this is when my options expire as well. And I said that I want to be somewhere over here. So let's go look at 35 level and see if we have enough to cover. He owes 287. So you can go as low as 42. 42 right here. So, I mean, unfortunately or fortunately, I would do the 296, collect my 10 cents of premium, and I would roll down. Or you could leave it at $50 because I honestly think hymns is going to go up. You could also do a $50 or somewhere in between. So what I'm trying to say is, and I know it's going to be weird, but anything above 42, maybe like 250, I'm okay. Honestly, if it's me, I literally just bought him shares at like $47, $48. I would not be mad at rolling hymns for 50. I know it sounds crazy, and this is not like the quintessential rule. This is not like the end-all be-all rule, but if it's me, I would honestly be rolling it at 50 or like 45. So I wouldn't go lower. So I think 45. If it's me, I would do 45. 45, 43, the 100-day. Let's be a little safe. 43.81, 44. So roll it to the 44 right here. 44 is their play. This one is what I would do. This is what I would do personally. 44 or 43 you could do. 44 is good. That's my opinion. Not financial advice. Hi, Adam. Do you ever sell leaps puts in the money? For example, 6 months, 20? No, not really, because so the way it works is when you're selling options, time decay is your best friend. When you're buying options, time decay is your worst enemy, whether it's a call or a put. Why would you shoot yourself in the foot? Not to say that you're not going to make money, but why would you shoot yourself in the foot and giving away one of your huge advantages, which is time decay? Time decay is most aggressive for the last 3 months of an option trade, significantly increasing every month thereafter, and absolutely supercharged the last 30 days. Hence why I like to do 4-week plays. So, if that said, I don't do 6 months or a year. Sometimes I'll do it to get out of a position, but that's a different question. But mostly, no, I wouldn't do it. Let's go. CK, what's up, my man? what BCC treasury companies are you on the watch list or in your portfolio? Sure, not a problem. So these are all the treasury companies that I'm in. So the first treasury, let me explain what it is and then I'll tell you guys. So a Bitcoin treasury company, guys, is companies now that are popping up left and right who are buying Bitcoin. And it doesn't have to be a Bitcoin treasury. I'm also in treasuries for Ethereum and treasuries for Solana. Irrespective, regardless if you believe in it or not, this is hot right now. This is the new craze. This is the new meme. And you kind of got to just ride the wave sometimes. I'm not going to be in this long, but these are the ones that I'm in right now. I have ASST, super bullish on this one. They're about to finish their merge. This was co-founded by Vivek Ramaswamy, and Strive is about to do a merger with ASST. Strive was founded by Vivek Ramaswamy, invested in by Bill Ackman, Peter Thiel, and JD Vance. So this one, Cantor Fitzgerald, Cantor Equity Partners, CEP, CCM, KWM, the UPXI, this is an Ethereum play. I'm sorry, that's a Solana play. This is an Ethereum play. SBET, DFDV, another Solana play. Sol, I think I'm in Sol T, if I'm not mistaken. Sol T, maybe. No, not Sol T. I'll tell you what it is. One moment. Yeah, Sol T. I'm in this place, Sol T. This is another Ethereum, Solana play, Sol T. And I am also in, obviously, I'm in MSTR. And if you want to add one over here, you could add Semler. So those are the plays that I'm in for the Ethereum, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana treasuries. Bro, are you anything? Bro, you're anything but boring. Yeah, my pleasure, man. I'm glad you're laughing. Do you always trade the same stocks or do you freaking scan for new ones? I trade the same exact stocks. Boring is honestly the best way to make money when it comes to selling options. Because why would you sell? So a lot of times when people are like, hey, Big Bear AI or this or that, that's great. It's just not great for me. You want to be able to know everything about a stock. So when you guys ask me questions, right? How rare is it for me to actually Google something? I'm always talking. And for anybody that's doing one-on-ones with me, I almost never Google anything. I don't think I've ever Googled anything on one-on-ones. So I want to know a stock so inside out, so front and back, that I'm not going to get into trouble and I'm comfortable in uncomfortable situations. For that specific reason, I use the same exact stocks over and over again. However, if a stock runs away, like for example, SoFi, I'm selling cash secured puts at 14. I am not selling cash secured puts at 18. I am at 14. I believe SoFi can always hit 14. I don't know what happens. SoFi, I think, is going to 30. But I'm not comfortable selling cash secured puts at 18 because it could drop for a while. Hood. I'm not selling cash secured puts on Hood at $100. You guys got to be out of your effing minds. It's crazy. Not that you can't make money. It's insane. Just like HIMS, I was telling people, do not sell covered calls or cash secured puts on HIMS when it was like $60. But then when it dropped, I said, okay, I'm going to sell cash secured puts. So as some stocks go away, new stocks come in. And I usually have like 5 stocks in rotation. Right now, I'm going to be doing Lemonade, Oscar, HIMS, Tesla, HIMS, Lemonade, Oscar, and Snap. Those are going to be my 5 right now. Flavor, I love your channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. The channel loves you back. Peace. Did you become a millionaire from selling puts and calls? No, I was a millionaire before that. However, I was a My multi-baggers is what made me the most money. But I did make over $1 million from options premium. And so far in this channel, my channel's been up for like 6 months. And every month I show you, tens of thousands that I made. So you can multiply that over a few years, and it's easy to calculate that number. But the most money I made was last year when I made a lot of multi-baggers. So I made a lot of money on Hood, HIMS, SoFi, a lot of MicroStrategy, Palantir. And now I use options to fund my life. So selling options and dividends is not going to make you rich. It is minor risk for moderate returns. It's not high risk and it's not super high returns. You're not going to get rich from selling options. You will make steady, good money, preferably as income, but that's not going to be the end all be all to make you rich. To become rich, you need to have multi-baggers and you have to grab your balls and take risk. If you don't take risk, you're not going to make the multi-baggers. I believe that the last amount of risk you should be taking is right around 40 years old. At 20, as much risk as possible, personally, not financial advice, purely entertainment. This is what I did. I opened up a business at 20 years old. Why? I was living at home. I had no bills. I had no family. I had not a care in the world. I didn't party. I didn't go out. When everybody was chilling, I was working. I used to work on Saturday nights, Friday nights, Sunday nights, every single day of the week, putting in like 80 hours a week. I made something of myself. Then I started investing. At 30 years old, I'm still taking a lot of risk. But then at 35 years old, I'm not taking as much risk. At 35, you want to already have a house. You want to be either having or thinking about a family. By 40, you better be established. You don't have much time to take a risk. And if you fall when you have a family, if you fall when you have mouths to feed, you are fucked. And it's very hard to get back up. Also, you are not going to be working 80 hours a week building a business if you have a family. Thank the Lord, I was able to get on my feet before I had a family, which was a choice, a conscious choice. I know not everybody's in the same situation. However, what I'm going to say is, if you have the opportunity right now, stop fucking around. Stop going to party. Stop it. Go make something of yourself. And then in 30 years old, go party with a house, with a car, with jewelry, and enjoy your life. You will never get there if you don't take risks in 20, in my personal opinion. And then stop taking risks and enjoy your life. Those same kids that drive S500s, I remember back in the day, they don't have money for gas, but they all have brand new Mercedes. How stupid you got to be. One is a good percentage to get out of a leap. There is no specific good percentage to get out of a leap, but when a leap, essentially the delta goes to around 80 or 90, you want to exit the position because essentially the option is going to start moving very closely to the share price movement. Google is killing me since February. Yeah, Google's okay. I have Google. I'm down 7 hours. I'm afraid. I mean, bro, I can't really say. I don't know what to tell you on that one. I would hold Google, keep selling covered calls. Adam, you ever come to Austin, Texas? I would like to meet you. Absolutely, you got it. If I ever come there to do a meetup, my friend Amit. So I'm gonna be doing Florida with him. There's a big Palantir meetup with my friend Amit. Some of you guys know him. At the last week of August, I'm going to be going with him to Florida. So we're going to be in Miami and I'll be with him. So if anybody wants to meet and come to the meetup, then I will be there with my man Amit. And then when he goes to Texas, I'll probably go with him as well. I'm going to start touring with him. Do you think 20 Delta? So yes. If I'm selling covered calls on Palantir, I'm going to be doing 1 Delta, no more. Better safe than sorry. When I used to sell Palantir options, I used to do like 0.06 Delta, 0.08 Delta, so under 1 Delta. I would not be selling 20 Delta covered calls on Palantir. Wishing your son health. Thank you so much, Phil. I appreciate that, my friend. My kid also got it. Looks terrible, but goes away quickly. Yeah, thank you so much, Craig. He's actually pretty mild. He doesn't have like too many he doesn't have a rash. He doesn't have too many bumps. Knock on wood. Does anybody else do that? Does anybody have like the tradition to spit or knock on wood? That's like a Russian Jewish thing we do. I'm sure other cultures do too. In any case, he's not too bad, thank God. It's mild, but like he has the sores in the mouth and he has the drool. And like I got him a bunch of ice cream and popsicles. I thought that was going to help him. The problem is It's just his mouth hurts. Give me a second. I want to turn on my AC. Give me one moment, guys. Uh, and then it goes away. I heard the mouth air thing goes away in like several days. Today is day 2. Consider consulting a financial literature, one who can create a tailored plan to grow your fund and help you achieve a secure return. We got I gotta delete this guy. Does anybody want to be a mod? Who's active here? Is anybody like um does anybody want to be a mod who's always here and is good at kicking people out if they misbehave? If you guys want to be a mod, let me know. I know Elaine is a mod and so is Maytag. But if anybody wants to be a mod, let me know. Adam, do you think this will go to exponential from here? Decade seems like a little hedging. Okay, so my thing with Bitcoin is this: I have a bunch of those treasuries and I have a bunch of asymmetric plays, and at $150,000, when Bitcoin hits $150,000, I'm going to be out of all of my hedged bets, all of my like volatile 2-3x treasury plays. I will be holding my IBIT, which is essentially Bitcoin. It's a Bitcoin ETF 1-to-1 and sell options. I'm also going to be holding my Bitcoin dividend plays. That's it. So the thing is, if Bitcoin goes to 300 or even 200, 250, and then it has a dip, where's it going to dip to? 100K? That's okay. So I think we're still going to have a dip, but nobody knows where the dip is going to be, and nobody knows how high we're going to go. I don't see us not getting to 150K. That's when I'm going to be out of all of my riskier positions and just hold IBIT, personally. Adam, how do you say? Oh, yeah. So the way I started actually was with Palantir. And I kind of was semi-retired 4 years ago, and then I needed to start bringing in income because, you know, the market started going down and I got caught up with a lot of bills. I kind of got wrecked with the market a little bit before I was able to recover, which is a crazy story. So anyways, I needed to generate income somehow. So I was generating income by selling covered calls on Palantir that before I started doing cash secured puts. And the rest, as they say, is history. And every single week I used to do weekly covered calls on Palantir. And I did that for over a year. And that's how I learned. My brokerage finally transferred over to Rob. I'm ready for appreciate all your call. Oh, thank you so much, Jenks. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you very, 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 very much. And I'm happy that you got the match. You know, somebody earlier said, oh, my brokerage charges 10 to 12% on Fidelity or Schwab for margin. I said, why don't you do exactly what my man Jenks did? Collect a transfer bonus, and now your interest rate is going to be 5%. Eli, what's up? If the lemonade keeps going down, at what price point would you think of rolling? I mean, I'm not even thinking about that, to be honest. Listen, lemonade right now is at $39. I have $33 cash secured puts. I'm not thinking about rolling whatsoever. But if on the last week, so my options expire like August 15th. So if on August 9th, August 9th or 10th, the Monday or Tuesday of that week, if we're somewhere at 33, I might roll it. But if we're not at 33, I'm not going to be rolling it. But I don't manage my contracts until the last week. And I suggest that for everybody. Don't look at things until they happen. Don't worry what you're going to do or when you're going to roll it until it's time to. Don't put more stress and more headaches on your plate. Thanks for the advice. No advice, Anthony. No advice. We don't do advice, guys. We don't do financial advice. I recently joined the membership, so I might be on the live after this. You having one? Yeah, I'm having the live. So we have the channel member lives after this at 9 o'clock. And the channel member lives is very cozy. We only have like 15, 20 people that go on. It's much more intimate. We can answer a lot more questions. If you sell a 4-week cash secured put expires, data decay kicks in the last week. You just saw 1 week yesterday. Data kicks in. No, data decay kicks in every single day. Every single day, there's literally, so there's Greeks. So So when you look at an option, let's say you're selling a put, it doesn't matter, any date, it doesn't matter. Um, so let's say you're selling an option. You're going to see something called the Greeks. These are the Greeks right here. And the Greeks consist of delta, gamma, theta, vega, rho. And theta is the one that decays. So this says that the contract that you're going to be selling, which is worth $4.40, will lose 7 cents every single day. This is not static. This is dynamic. SoFi is doing good. SoFi is great. It's a monster. So when I'm selling options on a company like puts, the first thing I like to do is know a company pretty good. And then you can also look for if you're doing an entry or an exit. I'm sorry, if you're doing an entry, right? So if you want to, so when you're selling cash secured puts, you want to know, do you want to buy the shares and you're trying to get an entry point that's cheaper? Or are you just trying to go for income? I pretty much just want to go for income. I rarely do an entry point. I do, but rarely. So that's for me. So that's my point of view. But essentially, the criteria that you're looking for is you want to go 4 weeks out. This is what I do. 4 weeks out, cash secured put. I'm looking for a 20 delta roughly, which gives you an 80% in your favor chance. And if that can pay me 2%, that's a go. Plus, I look at technicals. I'm really, really good at short technicals. So I'm not good at technicals for long contracts, like buying them. I'm very good at technicals for short contracts. Unfortunately, I have to jet. Adam, love this channel. Constant thanking you, rock, bro. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Maytag is an OG. He's the original. From my old channel, we had a little crew. It was called the Wolfpack. Wolfpack. And he's one of the few people that actually picked this up when I was talking about it, like when I was just starting. And Maytag is a stud. He's doing his thing too. He's doing very well doing this. When will you reveal entire portfolio transparency? How do you find a multi-bagger? Finding a multi-bagger is a little difficult. But when I look, there's 2 ways to find a multi-bagger. One is getting into a stock before anybody is in it. Or one is to buy the dip when it severely gets beat up. For me to find a multi-bagger, what works for me, I follow certain investors. So I follow Peter Thiel, Peter Lynch, Ray Dalio, and Bill Ackman. And I believe it was Peter Lynch and Ray Dalio. They believe in investing in stocks that you use every single day, right? So like I invested in Robinhood because I used Robinhood app. I invested in Hims because I used it to regrow my hair. I invested in Walmart because this is a place where I shop. So you invest in things that you know and that you use every single day, and possibly you have an advantage against Wall Street. What that means to you is up to you. Lately, I've been investing in stocks that have virality. I believe the next wave, or it already happened, is investing in stocks where you have a huge retail community. And the retail community that invests into it is what pushes the price. I think this is a good indication of what's going to happen later. Also, I want to say, guys, there is going to be a massive dip. The market, I believe this is the 3rd year in a row that we're massively green. Eventually, we're going to have a dip. I think that this market is going to last. And when Trump leaves office, it will be higher than it is now. Will we have a dip in between there? Probably. Is it going to be a massive dip? I don't know. But there is going to be an opportunity for massive dips. You don't have to find multi-baggers every day, every month, even every year. But when the time comes and the right opportunity presents itself, grab it and make sure you're there. There's no actual answer of how to find a multi-bagger because there's so many different ways of doing it. And then when nobody cares about the stock, you buy options. When you buy options on the stock that's absolutely beat up, the implied volatility is really down, nobody cares about it, that's how you make the multi-bagger. Because if a stock goes up, let's say 3x, you're doing 10x with options, for example. Spreads. Yeah, I do credit spreads. I don't really like them as much because I kind of got clipped on like 2 or 300 shares of MicroStrategy last year, and it really scared me. It was like a huge, like 750 grand I had to come up with. And it was a lot. And it really scared me. So I kind of stay away from them, but credit spreads is a really, really good way for a small account to grow. Runs. No, I don't fear that because remember, for me personally, I'm not trying to grow my assets so much as get income. Of course, so my covered calls, the reason I sell them for like a 1 delta is so that my assets can appreciate and that I don't have to get rid of my shares. In terms of a cash secured put, I could not care less what happens to the stock as long as I get paid my premium and I don't get assigned. But I also have multi-baggers, right? I have options that I buy, and I also have stocks that I buy, like Lemonade and Oscar and all these things. And I just sell non-aggressive covered calls. Easy. Did you ever sell cash secured puts at $17? Yeah, I sold the Oscar $17 cash secured puts. So I sold these. I don't know if this is what you're talking about, but I ended up selling $17 Oscar cash secured puts. At the time, Oscar was like trading at $16.30. This is when it like dropped to, I don't know, something like this. I don't know, something like this. And I sold this and I made a good premium. I sold 4 contracts. I made $1,140. This came out to like 16 or 17%. I'm a little down right now, but that's okay. So for this was an entry position where I think that is going to go up the stock. So I ended up selling the cash secured put at a higher strike than the share price because I wanted to collect a lot of premium. Hey, Damien. What's up, brother? I'm really just starting off with options trading. I was thinking about buying options first and buying calls in particular. Damien, just do what's good for you, my friend. Don't go with your gut. Do what's good for you. Figure it out. And you're good money. Start small, dip your toes in, and keep moving forward. Adam, what do you think about FTFN? Fortnite. Is this a game? I don't really know much about it. I wouldn't be able to even tell you anything. I don't know anything about this company. What do you want to know about it? Do you want to sell an option against it? Barry, let me know what you want to know. I don't know anything about the stock, but I'll be happy to take a look at it. Just let me know what you're looking for. A multi-bagger is anything that gives you a 1x on your money. So if you invest $100 and you pull out 200, that's a multi-bagger because you increased your bag by 1. Preferably, you want a multi-bagger to be more than a 1x, but anything above a 1x is a multi-bagger for me. Yeah, so if you want to grow your portfolio, this is not the best way of doing it. This is a way of maximizing. So look, if you already have shares, if you own shares, if you have a portfolio, covered calls is a great way to maximize the amount of money and asset appreciation that you're making. Because anyways, you're holding the shares. Why not get paid on top of the asset appreciation, right? That's self-explanatory. You do a 1 delta or less, you kind of save your shares. In terms of a cash secured put, if you're using cash secured puts and you're selling them on IOUs like I do, it's printing money. However, if you're doing this as a wheel strategy, which means 1 week cash secured puts, if it gets called away, if you've got to buy shares, next week you can do covered calls and vice versa. You buy the shares, so on and so forth. It's a wheel strategy. You're not going to make more money than if you just hold the stock. The way I personally do it I try to get full asset appreciation of my stocks, and I'm trying to get premium on the side. So, number one, asset appreciation. Number two, additional asset appreciation through premiums that pay you. But selling options is not the best way to accumulate wealth or make yourself crazy wealthy. It's a great way to generate moderate returns, not minimum, not maximum, moderate, like good returns. Listen, I'm making like 3% a month, 2.5%, 3%. That's 36% a year. Technically, that's significantly better than the S&P 500, but it's not going to give you multi-baggers. Chris, thank you so much. I appreciate those kind words. He's good. He's good. Have patience. It will go away. Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's good. He's not so bad. The one-on-ones is $78, which includes the PayPal fee, and it's for $45. I'm not sure if you need a one-on-one with me. I think you just need to figure out what works for you. I volunteer as a mod. James. I deleted. Yeah, I ended up deleting him on my own. I ended up deleting him as well. So you probably deleted him right after me. Lisa. Yeah, let's get Lisa in there. I'll put Lisa as a mod. You're gonna Lisa, let's put you as a mod. 1 second. A long day, man. Long day. I'm sorry I'm breathing a little hard. I'm just like a little tired. 1 second. Let me get Lisa in here. Where's Lisa? 1 second. My girl Lisa. All right, Lisa, you are now a mod as well. Get those mean people out of here. Get the mean people out of here. What's that? What do you think about cover calls on Palantir Strike? Yeah, okay, let's check this out. Let's go PLTR. Let's go to PLTR. Let's go here. So you want to do a covered call for 170? Yeah, you're good. I don't even need to look at this. You're fine. You don't even have to be as aggressive, to be honest with you, but you're fine. So, I mean, I would honestly go to like August 15th, to be honest with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. August 8th is good. I'm sorry. That's 4 weeks. 175 is sell call. Yeah, 175 is good money. This is like pretty solid, and you're getting $2, right? This is good. This is good. So selling a call 175 on Palantir, perfect. I have no issues with this. That's probably what I would end up doing. Good play. It's only deleting it from my feed, not yours. Delete from all feeds. I'm not sure, Lane. I think I deleted it already because I don't see him anymore. There's like an option on the right-hand side. It says ban user and delete their comments. That is the third one. It's going to be like a circle and a line. So I don't do weeklies anymore because I sell like 1,000 of them at a time. And for me to manage 1,000 options every day, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I don't want this to become a career for me. I want to set it, forget it, and get back to it at the last week. Adam, I've mentioned this before. Love your work. I think along the same lines as you and for financial literacy, and appreciate you. One day I want to buy you a custom yarmulke. Not even joking. If you want to buy me a custom kippah, you let me know. I'll give you an address. I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Do you ever fear cash secure because of potential crash? No, not at all. Listen, you can't. That's, sometimes people say that. Are you scared to sell covered calls because market will run? Or are you scared of cash secured puts because market is going to dip? And the reality is, that's the same thing as saying, are you scared to fly because you think you're going to crash, God forbid? Or are you scared to cross the street because somebody's going to run a red light? It's the same thing. Are you scared to jump out of a plane, skydiving? Or, well, that's a bad example, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like, doing everyday activities, anything. Are you scared to take the train because someone's going to stab you in New York because people are freaking crazy? You know what I mean? It happens, but you can't just keep yourself locked up in your home. The same thing with cash secured puts. It is what it is. You do the best you can to feel comfortable in uncomfortable situations. Guys, we have 6 minutes left for this live. Oh, nice. New member. Thank you so much. Kansai Ho. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce your name. I apologize, guys. We will have a live in 5 minutes only for channel members if anybody is interested. Now I have a standing date every week. Lisa, that's so funny. Thank you so much for being a mod. I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Carmen, what do you think about cash secured puts, APLD, $8 strike? $8 strike, APLD. So just by looking at this, I would love to be somewhere below this right here. $8 seems pretty strong, but I would honestly love to get to around $7.50 just by looking at this. It looks like it's oversold over here. Where have we been here? The bottom was 4. It went down over here. Yeah, I would love to do this. So this has like it's going down. It seems like this might start being oversold right here, but you still got to wait for the RSI to catch up. So let's see how much premium you will get and what else we could do. Sell put August 15. Sell put. So I would do the 7. To be honest with you, I wouldn't touch the 8. I would do the 7. This chart does not look sexy. Yeah. And this chart does not look good for me. So I would do the 7 if I could do that. And if you're going to do the 7, 100 divided by 7 times 0.21. If you're doing 7, you're still getting 3%. On this specific case, Carmen, I wouldn't be greedy. I would take the 3% for a 5-week play. That's the play. You could do the 8, but I don't love the 8. 7 is solid. Don't be greedy. Take the 7. That's my opinion. You could do whatever you want, but that's my opinion. There's a link for channel members, but I just posted it again. This is just copy the link. It's the bottom one to become a channel member. So guys, I am not going to be opening up a Discord. What I am going to be doing is, the problem with the Discord is it's people are taking money from you, but you're not speaking to actually me. You're going to end up speaking to like an AI or just community members. So I have a better idea. At the end of next week, as per my team, the website should be up. I'm going to be charging $50 a month. For $50 a month, you become a community member, not a YouTube member, a community member. YouTube channel members, every single Sunday, we're still going to be doing lives every Sunday for channel members, and for regular channel every Sunday, 8 o'clock. So 8 o'clock channel live, 9 o'clock channel members only for YouTube channel members. But for $50 a month, I'm going to be going live during trading hours every single Monday and every single Tuesday, Monday and or Tuesday. I'm going to end up doing like a multi-hour live during trading hours. So exactly how I'm going over the technicals, exactly how I'm going over the chains, I'm going to do this during trading hours every single week. So if there's a play that you want me to look at, we're going to look at it together, including sharing screens. It's not going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on my own website. And I'll be able to do technical analysis real time during the day. Also, on my website, I'm going to have options I'm selling, as well as options that I'm buying, and stocks that I'm buying. So I'm going to share more of my portfolio, but not just selling options, but also how to grow your portfolio. And there's going to be some other things where I'm going to do videos, for example, how to track your trades. And I'm trying to get some really cool apps on the website where I'm going to design a few apps. I'm trying to, but I'll talk about that later. But at the very least, for $50, I'm going to be doing this live trading with you guys several hours every Monday, every Tuesday. And if you cannot join, all you got to do is, there's going to be like a chat on the website. All you got to do is ask your question. And even if you're not part of the live on Monday or Tuesday, I will go over your trade during those hours. Even if nobody logs in, like let's say there's only 5 people that become members, I'll log in and do a multi-hour live. I'll just sit here like this, drinking my coffee, waiting for you guys. And as soon as somebody pops in, I can start talking. And if nobody shows up, that's okay. So that's what I'm going to have. I should have that ready by the end of next week. Paul, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. I really, really appreciate it. Exactly. Discord is bullshit. Bullshit. Guys, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate all of you. God bless you. I'm about to do the members only live. Please come into the members only live. Thank you very, very much. Oh, and the community members are going to have a discount for one-on-ones. And anytime that I'm going to do any master classes, like I'm going to do like a mini course, not like selling a course like bullshit like these people do. A master class with Q&A, one-on-ones, like small groups. The channel members are always going to have a discount for those master classes. Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking for now. Guys, thank you so much. I'm about to do the members only live. Have a great day.